やサトル。久しいね。偽物。変身の術式。いや、本物。
Gojo is a very tragic character. I will be the first to admit to that. But, like always, I'm seeing that on the internet, reading comprehension is at an all-time low. There's this narrative online being pushed that Gojo cares about being used as a weapon, and I for one have no fucking idea where this notion came from. From what I gather, this stems from TikTok with all the Gojo fangirls dramatizing Gojo. So basically, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Out of universe, I think you can make the argument that Gojo is only seen as a weapon and that in itself is very sad. I would go as far as to say tragic even. But honestly, this takeaway from Gojo's character is really just debunked by these series of panels alone. These are all people who love and are fond and, annoyed of Gojo, but they still love him, and they don't see him as a weapon. They see him as the strongest. And I think that is the real tragedy of Gojo Satoru. He's alone. The reason why he surrounds himself with children is because he wants to raise them up to be as strong as him, maybe even stronger. He's doing that because he doesn't want to be alone anymore. And this is just a little theory I have. I think the reason why he takes multiple prodigies on at once is because he doesn't want one particular person to be the strongest, because he knows personally and intimately how much of a curse that can be. Now, this is probably going to be the biggest stretch I've ever done on this fucking channel, but when Gojo smiles here, I don't think he's just smiling because he sees Suguru and he thinks Suguru's alive. I personally believe the reason why he smiles is because he believes Geto learned reverse curse technique, which would put him and Geto back on the same league, the same team of being the strongest. Their friendship was built upon the idea that together they can take on anything. And the thought of being able to go back to that, to go back to someone who he loves and trusts, made Gojo happy. And I know that's probably a stretch, but hey, this video is talking about headcanons, that's mine. Hell, we even see this in his fight with Sukuna. When he's talking to Geto in the presumed afterlife, one of his biggest regrets is that he's not able to fully, truly communicate with Sukuna on the terms of being the strongest. He laments on the fact that Sukuna probably feels as alone as him. Although I personally believe that Sukuna stopped giving a fuck about being alone in the Heian era. But Gojo's tragedy is not the fact that he was being used as a weapon, quote unquote. It's that he was the strongest, and being the strongest means that you truly have to walk the earth alone, not knowing an ounce of companionship or true understanding of what the mass majority of the planet, the earth, feels. Are my subscriber! You are my subscriber! You should leave a like and comment. You are my subscriber. You're my subscribers.